You're listening to the Comic Crusaders Podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more. Wepa, what up, familia? Welcome to a brand new Comic Crusaders Podcast. I'm your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. Today, we're going to have an amazing show. I'm always bringing people that do all types of things, right? Film and comics. Now, we got somebody that has an amazing journey. I mean, homie's a doctor. He's a celebrity. He's a coach. He's an Instagram influencer. He's won an Emmy, TELLY Awards, producer, director. I mean, what has this guy not done? You know what he is doing, though? He's sharing knowledge out there. He's going to try to bless you guys and all of us, all of my listeners today, with some amazing knowledge while we get to know how awesome he is. Who am I speaking about? The one and only, please excuse the title, I'm going to fix it. The one and only Dr. Travis Fox. Epa! What's going on, kiddo? How you doing?
Man, I miss this, man. I love your radio. I miss New York. I love this style, man. Thanks for letting me be on the show. That's super dope. I love the show, too, man. It was killer. Absolutely fantastic.
Bro, you're killer. I mean, your biography is insane. I mean, wow, you hold doctorates in psychology, clinical hypnotherapy. You know, you're a golfer, the PGA, doing PGA Tour stuff. Oh my God, 30 plus awards. I mean, wow, you're a top in 2020. You were a Yahoo Finance top entrepreneur, top 20. I'm like, wow. I need to know the secrets, brother. I mean, for real. But before we get that, I want to know where the roots came from. Like, where did those roots start out?
Yeah, good. Fourth generation Italian over here. My family came over. My great grandmother Stella came over from Napoli, and New York. Go figure, right? And my mother was a model and actress, and she got really popular and famous in the late '60s, early '70s. Then I came along in 1970, and we were straight out to Japan. So I spent the first pretty much 4 years of my life in Japan, and then back for about 6 months. And my father was a fighter pilot, so I always tell people, if you ever saw the original Top Gun, it didn't end like that. It was like a right on by. Quick golf club in my hand at about 4 and a half, 5 years old, and I took to it as natural, and it was a way for my dad and I to relate really well. And then we were in Germany for 3.5 years. I got to travel all over Europe as a kid, and so not only New York, I came back and I was like, McDonald's, but I'm cultures, and I people, because I had already everywhere else. To me, it was normal. The melting pot was a thing. And it really set me on my path. Long story long, I was one of those kids, though, when I finally came back to the States around 10, my life planned out for me. I was going to be on the PGA Tour. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I tried to deviate. It was like, where are you going? This is where you're going. And I'm like, okay, you say so, Dad. I'll go there. And by the time I was about 18, I decided to become a first-time father. And that completely derailed me. All the mental work that I'd done, and I really give credit to Dr. Dennis Wade. I got to do a film with last year for the first time, so it was a really cool hero's journey 40 years later to be with him in that frame. And such an amazing teacher. But all my training was on mental. And I had no idea how to handle a program, how to be a father. I was a mess, and I went from headed to the top to head base, just that. My life just literally went right turn. And so I started looking around. There's got to be, sort of therapy, psychology, mental mind trick, some whiz bang crap that fixes me quick, because my identity is already to explode. Well, long story long, I went in as a real estate major, didn't come out as a real estate major, and I met my mentor, and he introduced me to subconscious qualities. He introduced me to the shadow. He introduced me to how does true psychology actually work with application in the real world, not always out on the couch per se. And I was hooked. I was absolutely hooked. I said, that's what everybody needs to know. We make this fun. Everyone have these skills, because it really, if I may be so blunt, it evokes your superpowers trapped. Some educational system, some because we don't know. But more importantly, it really started to delineate between, hey, this entrepreneurial thing and this self-transformation thing, the way the world has always couched them is in very separate buckets. And my entire philosophy over the last 31 years of our work with my partners and I is there's no way these two are separate. You say that your business world and your self-development, self-transformational world, that includes your family, yourself, all of it, separate. Because if you just look in the middle, just where my hands are, you're the common denominator here. So it's a real philosophy. It's the world revolves around you, but you are the center of your world. Therefore, to separate these two truly creates different personalities, and now you're having to manage that. As opposed to, what if we slammed the two together, took it into the adventure, and took it into the fantastic realm? I mean, we all love comics for a reason, because it brings out the superhero. We love the others. We love superhero, and all of them across the board. But we forget those are based on potentials of us. There aren't some characters who are made out of the freaking sky. They're made out of the superpowers that we have. I'm not saying about flying across buildings, although that's cool. I'm talking your ability to create success, your ability to understand people, change your world and around you, but do it a fun way. So the Ultimate Business Quest has been about, and literally about, making business fun again, but marrying that your transformation is the reason your company isn't going any higher. You are the issue, not outside circumstances, and it's not your team, it's your leadership. So by seeing how people show up, how you show up, do it in a fun, fantastic way, and then bring it back into the reality world, you get instantaneous results. Now we're catapulting over the objections, we're catapulting over the limiting beliefs, and that's been my life's work for the last 31 years, and all the previous trainings you talked from author, director, producer, obviously the doctor myself, but also taking it in every realm possible. So we show that there's only one business we're all in. We're a people business. Every single one of you listening to I'll show right now, there's no way. You can tell me what model you're in. That's true. But if you boil it down, at the end of the day, you're in the people business. And if you don't know how to show up, how to build a team, and how to make your customers feel like they're something bigger than just a product or a service, you're going to constantly be on the grind, and your next challenging of skill. Difficult. So why not make it fun and go on an adventure that you and your entire team can go on and produce tangible results in a way that we actually are designed to do, which is take us in the subconscious, into the shadow, fun way, bring that story into your life, and next thing you know, when success happens, it's like it's magic.
Not just magic; it's infectious.
Right? Totally.
Because it's true. Because you infected me. I need to follow your path. I mean, you have an amazing journey. I mean, and talk about that. Why did you do the first Psychological Golf Infomercial on the Golf Channel? I saw that. I'm like, what made you do that?
Yeah, great question. So, you know my background with golf, right? So at 19, my identity was shattered. I was like, well, I'm Travis Fox, the golfer. That's who I am. Not true. That's who I was programmed by my father. And that's the way my dad and I could relate. But once mom and dad got divorced at a different age, that was all he had. Well, when I became a father myself, a whole another interesting ball of action. You know, my father was like, "Oh, what do you do about golf?" And Dad, parent, I got to take care of my boy. I got to figure out something because I don't make it golf what I got. Right? And Dad's like, "Hey, you got to stay with golf because you got too many years invested with it." I said, "Dad, I don't love it, like it, but I love it." So long, when I shifted careers, which really pissed my father off. It pissed him off out a decade. I mean, like, really just didn't want to. He was convinced that that was life's path. And I said, I appreciate you, Dad. I think I know my path.
Old school pops, I think. All old school pops are like that. They're very set in their ways. And no, this is how it's got to be, son. Like,
exactly. No, you know the drill, right?
Like, you brought us here to have a better life, no? So allow us to navigate a better way than what you did, Right. I mean, hopefully just be there to support me. That's all I need you for, pops, right?
You're spot on, Al. Then that's not how it went down. I mean, I had more success when I was 25 than my father in his entire career on every level, from financial to celebrity success, etc. And that wasn't my modality. But back to the question. What had happened was, when I finally got to do my doctoral dissertation, I went to the professor. I'd like to write a dissertation on the psychology of cognitive psychology, clinical therapy, and linguistic programming on the mental side of golf, so that all the other golfers out there don't have to go through what I went through, which is I'm spending thousands of hours of my time mastering this craft and still become a head case. Let's start the other way around. Let's deal with the head first, because the body will do what the head tells you. But we've been approaching golf all backwards. We're like, hey, let's hit balls, you'll figure it out. Figured out model sucks. You miss your entire career, and more importantly, it affects you personally, because there's a lot of negative feedback, because you're arguing against yourself. Because once the ball's gone, there's no goal. Which is a great metaphor for life, but golfers don't like that. They take it personal, and then you try to perfect something that can't be perfect, which is insane. It's the most definite model of insanity. So I wrote my dissertation, and it became, Are You Afraid of the Bogeyman? Later, as I went back to PGA Tour, started coaching. I coached there for 10 years, and I'm doing golf channels on XM radio for 12 PGA Tour now. But was really bringing entertainment, because golf was a little sterile back then, a little boring. Right? Oh, well, gee, I think he's in there. No, he hit a crap shot. Why don't we just call it what it is, all right? We can't do that because it's a show, and it's a circus. And I always brought into it, even though I was a doctor and I was a coach, and I was a player. But I was also so unique because I was also a player before I became a coach. I wasn't just a coach who came back and said I could make it. So you
were like Pete Rose, but you didn't bet against yourself.
right. So I wrote my dissertation. Then it became, well, wait a minute, why don't we take this to the masses? Because if I can help people enjoy the game of golf, there are a lot of lessons to be learned on the golf course from father to son, daughter, mother. It doesn't matter. There's a lot because you're really playing against you. So I wrote this dissertation, and then that became the psychological infomercial called Beat the Bogeyman, which is still out there today. As a matter of fact, in 2022, as part of the Quest series, we're actually releasing the sequel, which I never released, which was all the way back to Protease. And those are all the secrets that I taught all the pro guys, not what we put out in public, because that was for 890 player, which is about average, somewhere between 50 and 50 handicap. But what we do in tour is a little different. We're talking about quarter strokes, half strokes. You're trying to shape the game, and there's tons of pressure. So it's self-imposed, but it's still there. Making golf fun again, and also to help parents not live vicariously through their kids like my father did through me, and destroyed our relationship for great many years because he just couldn't get over. Even when he saw me coaching on TV, you should be a player. I'm like, Dad, you gotta love this game. I don't love it. I like it. I don't know, but golf's taken me around the world. I thoroughly enjoyed it with my corporate clients. I play with celebrities, and that's great. But I don't love it. I
gotta ask, when you played with corporate clients, would you let them win or would you beat their butt?
It depends on what country I'm in. If I'm in Japan, they win the first round. I win. In the United States, depends on the client showing up. We'll go back and forth. But mostly, I'll generally play pretty well there playing because I'm out there in the people business. Look, if you want me to hit 300-yard drive, fine, great. Now what? Great. Who gives a crap? He's showing off, makes you feel bad, makes you feel less than. All these other egoic things are necessary. I'm out there because I want to learn. How are we going to do business together? What's the next evolution? What are your dreams really about? What is the successes that are keeping you in success, and most importantly, what are keeping you from the next level that you want to go to? And I learn all that about 4 or 5 holes. I'll be able to figure out what your motif is, where you're going, what's going on with your golf playing. More importantly, what's psychology that's drawing you. And once I figure that out, I can turn to the client and say, hey, based on what I've seen, let me ask you 3 or 4 questions about this. Boom, 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 boom. How do you know that? I'm like, well, it's magic. When you understand how the quest works, and again, part of what we did is those buckets, right? We're doing businesses into transformative change based on real world application, but immersed in fantasy gameplay, which is exactly what our clients do on the golf course. No, I'm a 10 handicap, bro. Seriously. Well, I've shot 90. Well, I had a bad day. 10 handicaps don't swing that far on either side of the direction. So we start to see where we want to be in fantasy. We want to be Tiger Woods. We want to be Phil Mickelson, DDJ. We want to be all those guys. But we're not willing to put in the 20,000 hours that takes cracking balls every freaking day because it does repetitively boring. Take that model and flip it into your business, whether you're an entrepreneur, solopreneur, online, offline, corporate exec, small cap, doesn't matter. What you do there tends to replicate into your business model. So it allows them to say, look, you're already playing in the fantasy realm that you're scratched off. So what if we took that fantasy realm and put it around your company, did it with like archetypal symbology, is a fun one we do. We actually put you into role play of a warrior, a wizard, and a jester. And then we teach you in 2 questions, how to ask someone 2 questions and know how to show up. And now they're a wizard, you know they're going to be able, they're looking for data, and you can literally shift your language so that they understand how you're saying it. And I'm not talking about fake it, take it, because I hate that crap. I'm talking about being that other part of you, because we're all 4 of those archetypes. We're all wizards, warriors, jesters. But we lean on one out. We tend to be a warrior. Yeah, and most people think warrior means fight. I'm like, that's not really what it means, but that's cool. I would give you some BS. We'll go with that. I'm like, so let's say you're a warrior. You fall into that archetype. Here's the deal. If you show up as a warrior, it means only 25% of your unrealized potential is not on the field. 75% of your personality, your potential, your wizardry, your bard, your jester isn't showing up. Well, that's a problem. Because then that means that you're only going to get 25% effort. It may be 5% of 25, but it's still 25 at the end of the day. As opposed to how to pull that out of you and bring it out of your clients and out of your team and lead and make it fun. Because when you're on fire and when you're hungry, guess what? That stays. But most of us are afraid that it's like a winning streak, right? It's going to come and go, it's going to come and it's going to go. But it doesn't have to. So once you understand how to make it fun, one, everyone wants to be on something that's fun because everyone wants to be an adventure because we're all little kids inside. I don't care how old you are, whatever, man. I'm 50 and I'm still
absolutely.
So let's go on a bit. But remember, we were programmed. And I want you to follow the track on this one. And all of you listen now show. We were all programmed from 0 to about 17 years of age, called our educational system, school. Go get out, have a great time, enjoy it, do cheerleading and do athletics and do everything that kids do. And then bang, bang, the moment you graduate, you need to grow your ass up. You need to be an adult. You need to be responsible. You need to get a job. You need to get a car. You need to get an apartment. You need to move up. And you're like, I have absolutely no idea how to do that. We don't teach people how to negotiate stuff or even understand it. But yet we tell them, hey, you're educated, but your life's stupid. Good luck. Now you get to go to the school of hard knocks and get you kicked in for the next Thursday and hope that you make it. I'm sorry, life's too precious, life's too short for that model to continue any longer.
Preach.
200 years. It sucks, right? And now more than ever, the question is really going to become, how am I going to show up? How are my teammates going to show up? How is the company culture going to show up? And how is my customer showing up? Because if we don't get in the people business and really understand ourselves, understand the people that we are in business and we want to be in business, man, we're going downhill faster than scat. And here's the challenge. So our model is, wait a minute. How come and I mean this with respect because I've been there too. So I'm just about the people because I'm a park kid at the end of the day. I'm like, don't be fooled, kids. I've been there too. And so what I'm saying to people is, why are we out saying, hey, now I can help you, bro. Do it. It's going to cost you $50,000. And I might give you 1 or 2 business secrets or I'll plug in. That model sucks. Model's only for the top 5-1%. When the truth is the 52 million entrepreneurs we have and the literally 627,000 businesses start every single year, just in the United States alone, it's small and medium cap businesses that are going to make this country solid. Stop nickel and diming these people and stop trying to say, well, you have to get up here. They're busting their ass, not being with their family, not being with their kids, killing themselves later to get to this stuff. I'm like, time out. Look, man, I can sell you a $30,000 kit too. I've done it. Why? Every major company who's worth $1 billion or trillion in some cases now have all the same model. Small price, everybody gets a piece. I'm Italian. Every piece of the action, somebody gets it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, look, we get back to the simple stuff. I got the shit. So I called my partners. I said, stop it. We're going to turn this thing into an adventure. We're going to turn it into an app. I called our CEO. I said, listen, Michelle, I want to change this whole thing around. It's 2 years to do it. I know that's not what you want to hear, but could you be willing? She said, yes, let's do it. Went to the board. We spent 2 years building the Ultimate Business Quest, and it's designed so everybody can have it. It's $36, man. No one offer. No but wait more. We'll give you free shipping and bullshit shit. It's $36. It's everything. 110 years of real world experience between the four features. And said, man, what if we blur the lines finally between fantasy and reality, but use that fantasy realm in a scientific way? Science is proved. Being in that realm is where the change occurs. It doesn't occur right here. They're going, oh, I think I'm gonna my New Year's resolution. I'm gonna make up $1 million this month. Have you made $1 million before? No, then you have no freaking framework. That makes no bloody sense. You gotta go into the fantasy realm and become it. And that transformation will skyrocket your business in a way that seems too good to be true. To fantasy realm. And my response is, I beg you, family, every one of you listening to our show right now, straight up, you spent 17 years learning subconsciously how to have fun. You know how to do it. Here's the thing. You were told not to. You were told to be an adult. And you have no idea. You spent the last 10, 20, 30, 40 years learning to be an adult. And how many happy adults do you know? None. But if we can tag you into that space where you're like, hey, let's go fantasy realm. We'll show you how to do it. Give you the real blueprint. And you can take that into your business. And just an example, just learning to hire and fire and build your team correctly. The average company, hire and fire mistake is a $30,000 at the bottom line every time you hire or have to fire an employee. We'll do the math. You've done 3, that's 100 grand. Walk out the door. And that has nothing to do with your revenue. That has to do with internal, not building your team correctly and understanding what their assets are and how to employ them. More importantly, keep them fun and wanting to stay on fire. And I'm not talking about motivational inspiration. That wears out, man. It's like a drug. It's up and down, it's up and down. I'm talking about bang. They're on it. They get it, ready to go, and then go on the quest. Everybody wants to go on a quest. And
I love that.
The new gateway to unending achievement, because the moment you're unending, you look for a new adventure. You're out. You move. You're out. I mean, we do it in sports. We do it in businesses. We do it everywhere where we don't apply it to where it matters most, and that's us. We got to start with us first, man. So that's the whole. That's what we've been doing. We do, and that's how we do it.
This is what I wanted to show people too, because look how amazing the site is right there, guiding entrepreneurs to empires. And let me tell you, when I came to this page and I saw that line, if you look at my personal Twitter, one of my lines in my bio is that I'm a mogulpreneur. And when I saw this, like, okay, I think I need this in my life. So look at increase your coins, surge your business, and command your realm. This sounds like a video game, so I already see what you're saying. And there goes the vision, the warrior, the jester, the wizard, the bard.
Let's go to it, Al. It has to be gamified, because it's work, you won't do it. If it's hard change, you ain't going to do it. The only way people do that is if their life is on the line or their family on the line. They won't do it. We're not programmed to do that. We're programmed to enjoy this thing called life. And it's been sucked out of us with a thing called work. Right? You got 17 years of
work, bills,
right?
And bills, not just work, because bills definitely have been sucking the life out of me.
Right? And I mean, come on, let's be honest. What's the best adventure you go on? Simple. Discover the true superhero, epic self that you are. But you have spent so much time trying not to be you, because we were all told, being you, the misfit, geek, the dork, the not athletic, what practice you took in school as misfit is exactly where your mastership lives. And we have all been spending 10, 20, 30 years trying to gain permission subconsciously to be who we are, to be the misfit, because we were told being that is bad, not cool. But you went out and did everything else and beat the crap out of yourself, beat your head against the wall, thinking it's going to become a bloody door, and it never did. And next thing you went, bloody 80. That's a crappy way to play, and that's a terrible legacy to pass on to our kids. Special mission. Look. Let's go and discover Excel. Let's make a lot of fun. Let's have a secret portal. Like you said, create coins, slay some dragons, build a real empire. Because once you know your purpose, passion ignites itself. You know your vision. You know the mission you're on every single day. That's how you lead a team. You teach your kids and your family how to do it for themselves. That's true learning, not education.
I gotta ask here, because you said passion, right? I'm a very passionate person, but how in line is ambition with passion as an entrepreneur?
Yeah, ambition is great, but ambition is, hey, I'm ambitious. I look for every single opportunity to advance myself, and that's not a bad thing. But understand, passion is tied into this bigger than yourself. Ambition is goal-oriented. When you're in passion, you're in outcome orientation. So for example, our big outcome behind the scenes, our board, our advisory board, all the teachers, everything that's involved in the ecosystem of the quest is one simple outcome. We want to win a Nobel Peace Prize for turning our United States educational system back into a learning system where kids learn this at the age of 7 and up, who they are, transform themselves, understand the business, understand people, understand how to conquer their fears before they sink in and they spend 30 years to deal with fear or not, or just run from it. So when you look at that, ambition is a goal. The next thing to get me up that road ladder, maybe even stepping on a few necks and heads.
Okay.
There's one model. But remember, get to the top yourself.
Yeah, you're at the top of the food chain, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, you're only at the top, and guess what? Everyone's gunning for you. As opposed to, tell you what, this is our big out. It's going to take all of us to do it. Let's go together. Let's go to a price point that everybody can afford. You feel like you're great. You get real value, and now instead of just being, hey, I invested in my company, it makes a movement. And when your company's on a movement, your business, your growth, your online, offline, doesn't matter. Your life changes. Just that. You go, holy crap. And this other parts of you unlock almost instantaneously. And again, see magic. It's not. It's based on science, but it's based on a scientific realm that we've used for 30 years, working with at-risk youth, working on stage, film, television, working with, people who have had massive trauma, and working through these things. The only way we truly believe our unlimited potential is not when we're in our conscious mind. It's when we're there and dreaming in our sun and our shadow. We pull all that trauma out, all that crap that we believed as kids, and guess what? You remember, passion is fueled by imagination and creativity. So when you're creating magic, and how do you know that? Because you all know the same saying that I know. Time flies when you're having fun. When you're having fun, you're flowing, you're jamming. There isn't, hey, that's male, that's female, though, that's hierarchy, that's non-hierarchy, that's old, you don't give a crap. You just go, yo, wizard, here's what we need. Yo, bard, craft this message. Warrior, watch the door. And we got to get feuds done. And everybody playing their role. Because if you want to know what that looks like, go to the theater. Big theater, New York. Think a little bit about it too. You go down there. It's rarely is it a monologue. It's an ensemble cast that makes it work. Behind the scenes, on the stage, including the audience. Because if there's no audience, it's a shit. So when you play down to it, everyone played their role, but they've got to play the role that they're mastership. We've been so taught that your mastership is being a geek or a dork or not good enough, not smart enough, not tall enough.
Well, in a Latino household, I'll tell you that they always, at least in my day, is like, go to school, get a good job. It's not, hey, how about you get educated and start your own business, become an entrepreneur, learn the way. Like, that's how I'm trying to tell my daughter. I'm like, I really wish that, parents from then would like parents from now that are that. Look at you, the way you're thinking. Where was that mentality then? It's just, it's just so crazy. Well, and it's great to see that at least humans have grown. Though, like, okay, we could be better than our parents. Let's be bosses. Let's not be slaves.
Well, and let's go a step further. What if you just moved away from the word boss? Right? Because what boss means. You tell me what to do. My opinion means very little. That's what we programmed to be boss means. As opposed to, hey, you're a guy. How about you're, hey, I'm going to help lead, or I'm going to guide through this experience.
I'm the team lead. That's it, maybe.
You be the warrior, you be the wizard, right? I know my role, right? You know your role. And I always know that to go, yo, Al, I need you to be that right now. And here's the objective. I don't care how you get there, as long as it's legal and safe. You don't hurt yourself. Get done. That's how you have to manage people. But if you come in and say, yo, you have to get this done by 5 o'clock, you're fired. Not really the best way to motivate people, although I'm sure it's been done a lot. But let's be honest. Nowadays, people are trying to figure out, time out. I can make as much sit in my underwear doing work on a computer. I can getting up, trying to go to the fight traffic to a job to listen to schmuck who's probably as equally as educated as you are, or just want to be there. You're both trying to grind through, and that's not life, man. That's passing through it. That's when you get to ask this question, and I'll ask watching the show. Go back in time, go back in your mind now. When did you give up dreaming and exchange it for hoping? Go ask yourself that question, because it's a key moment in life when you start dreaming and believing. Why? Because you were told you're an adult around, I don't know, 17, 18 years old, and you had to be an adult. So you'll learn all this other stuff on your own. Here's the challenge with that. Take time. Take a lot of time. And you don't have a lot of time, man. 100 years on this planet is gray sand, man, and it ain't nothing. But when you start looking at that, is that how we really want to spend our models? Is that the legacy we want to leave for our kids? So all our technology, we got a bunch of technology as a species, but we're still dumb on passing knowledge on from say mentor to apprentice, so on and so forth, father to son, father to daughter, whatever. We're not doing that. We're like, go to school, be good educated. Yeah, you're educated, but you're like stupid. You have no idea how to get a lease. And guess what? We parents go, I'll tell you what, I'll loan you a couple bucks because you don't know what the hell you're doing. Well, then what the hell did you send an education for? Makes no bloody sense. Man. And then we ask them to become successful. How? They don't have a blueprint. So when you have the blueprint, it's like literally the quest is like discovering like this ancient scroll that says, oh, hey, Al, you have discovered the secret to get 3 wishes. Because business is a puzzle. And you got to have the map. And the rest is a map. And it's not a matter of do what Travis Fox says or do what Michelle or Seafood John says. Look, we've spent 110 years in our respective fields collectively between the four of us. We're going to give you all the blueprints, everything we've taught, because we know one truth. We're not getting off this planet alive, and neither are you. So we don't have to jerk around. 2, we got to make it fun, or you're not going to do it, man. You know why? Because you're going to buy every self-help book out there, and how many of you actually read? They're on the shelf. Cut the crap. Why? Because it invites you to look at things in this. I'm going to blow the lid off of it, kids. You ready? Take a breath. You've all been taught mind, body, spirit. In that order. Here's the problem, kids. Mind can't solve itself. It doesn't know how. So when the moment you say, I got to fix my mind, body, and spirit, you're done before you start. And the self-help business is almost $900 billion a year. Why? Because self-help helps you do the same crap over again. You've got to try to transform, man. You've got to know it's okay to change, and you're the one driving the change, because the future is about change. I mean, that's the whole hero journey in the first place. Like Carl Jung started on, and of course, Joseph Campbell don't really make sense. But I get that this discovers hidden resources. Remember, if you're only showing up 25%, there's 3 parts. That's 75% of you that not showing up. Let's go discover that, because in that 75% is your success, is your mastery. If it's not fun, don't do it. You ain't gonna do it. Your clients are gonna do it. Your company's not gonna do it. Your culture, your team, your HR are gonna be like, this sucks. And how do I know? Because I used to be in the corporate circuit, and we all used to do the corporate thing, right? We're gonna do leadership now. We're gonna do team building today.
Exactly. They don't know what that means, to be honest. Not in that sense. I understand. I mean, I come from a fun pop culture atmosphere within Comic Crusaders, and I built a worldwide team. And you know, I'm not the boss. You know, we're all people that love this culture, this genre, and we love talking to people that do amazing things like yourself. And that's what keeps us energized and vibrant. Like, I hooked up one of my amazing Crusaders with Mark Wade, an amazing writer. He's like, Al, this is the type of talent we need. Thanks for this opportunity. I'm like, well, of course. I mean, I trust you. You're part of the family. Why would I have you on the team if not? You know what I mean? We're here to grow and build together.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Every major empire, even minor empire, was not built on one person. And that concept that we have been taught, and it seems subtle, but it's a real powerful one to look at, family, is the whole, they're self-millionaire. No, they're not. There's no such thing as self-made. We're made together. And besides, you know, I had the beautiful pleasure, and a story, I got to climb Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa about 3 years ago.
Really?
I never thought about climbing mountains. I had no clue what I was getting into. I just knew I had to go. I felt it.
Wait, that's the first mountain you climb?
First one.
Oh my God. Okay, I can't. Okay.
Never climbed a mountain in my life. I mean, 3,000-4,000 feet, no big. This thing's the 7th tallest in the world. It's the freestanding, the largest volcano of all of Africa. It's squeezed on the ground. There's no mess. You've been around a billion years. It's 19,341 feet, way up there. There were ecosystems. It was a really powerful lesson about how we transform, because you have to go through 4 different ecosystems. The things I learned about Kilimanjaro, and she's still teaching me today, is when I got to the summit, and I was standing there, it's just me and my buddy out there. We were alone. So who am I sharing the story with? Because I can describe it to you. I can describe it to all your fans. I can describe it to everybody. It doesn't mean squat. It's like trying to have sex to a virgin. It doesn't make sense. It's never going to happen. Like, guys, the reason I'm lonely at the top and having been there twice, not just in the mountain, but also in success, is because when you're up there, you're focused on yourself. That's it. You're focused on getting there. And I get it. Kilimanjaro is about, not dying, because, it's tough up there. It sucked going up there. When I came down that mountain, I said, never again will I go by myself. I want an entire family, an entire world to go with, because that's where the party's at. That's where the fun's at. Because we all did it together. We all made our role quest. And everybody's going on the same adventure. So now we can all speak the same language. And you're like, oh man, I get it. I see how I conquer my success. I saw I created that all the way from the conscious, subconscious down, and I can shift it. And now I can lead my team into doing it fun. It's not therapy. I don't need to go blame my mom and dad. I don't need to go, beat shit out of a pill or something, which you really like that. You don't do it. You go, damn, I'm really making this hard on myself. I'm like, yeah, you are. I know. I did too, because we were taught that. When it was fun, and you have a map, because everyone wants to go on an adventure. That's why we all got into business in the first place. We wanted freedom, we wanted choice, we wanted financial success, and family time. We wanted to travel. Those are the things we all want to do because we all know we're not this planet alive. So when you really back into this, she's like, wait a minute. I never got the map. I could never figure it out because I was spending too much time beating my head against the wall. So what if you could just become your own hero, your own adventure? We're going to give you the guide rails, all science, all the techniques that are real. These aren't get quick, to fix it. These are real bona fide scenarios, but in a fun way that's going to allow you to create and implement immediately from the fantasy realm, catapult over mediocrity. Forward tomorrow, because that's what we want: security, and conquer every aspect of your life, because that's what king and queens do. That's what they do, and they teach legacy, which is why empires last, as opposed to kingdoms. Kingdoms don't last. Empires last, right? But even that. So when you have that, and you start looking at it, you're like, wait a minute, we've been making this way too hard. It's really simple. There's science in the construction, there's artistry in the presentation, and the magic of those two together is what makes it work. And now you have it in the palm of your hand and that. I mean, come on, 24 hours a day. You don't need it. It's all in that. And $30, forget about it. Come on.
That's great. I mean, and are these the type of segments? I mean, how did you come up with these type of joints? Right? Are these like the scenarios you were speaking of? I like it, the Oasis. When I look at it, Lost in the Desert, unfulfilled potential. I want to click it. Am I lost? Let me check.
Yeah, and you can. And that's cool that you're sharing that, because each one of those you can tap, click the icon, and it gives you an audio sample of what's actually in the quest between the four of us. You can actually hear it. What am I getting into? And it's an adventure from, oh, crap, never thought about that. I never looked at that. Or, hey, that unlocks that door of success to me, because most people think they're scared of failure. They're really not. They're scared of success. They're really petrified, because they the Hollywood sides, and see all these things. What to be successful, you got to step up on people's roads. You got to cut. It's not true. You can, but it's not true.
No, it's true.
Most of us don't really want to be billionaires. We'll talk a lot of shit at the cocktail parties and some boys on the corner, but cut the crap. You don't want to be a billionaire because it requires a level of commitment we're not willing to get to. But if I said, look, each one of you get $10 million, and you can live well for the rest of your life on $10 million. Would you do it? 90% will say, hell yeah. I'm like, cool. Here's what I need. I need to take rest. Come with me for just watch this entire journey. Now the quest doesn't take 12 months, but we have an entire community that goes with you. You can ask questions because things are going to continue to transform. And here's the better part: there's apps behind it. There's the Ultimate Business Quest 2 and the Ultimate Business Quest 3, and they're all designed to put you in an immersive world so that you can actually re-architect the way you want your life, and that's magic. Because you are the master of your kingdom. You just forgot to claim the throne. Gotta do that first. And so when you look at that, our work is really simple. Our work is really kind of characterized between the contrast of what was supposed to be and the confluence of these two coming together. When you put contrast and confluence together, you create a different picture. You create a different outcome. You create a different experience. And it's all in the palm of your hand. And part of the technology that develop and use, work with our tech team, is what makes this fun, because it's right there in the way they talk to you and says, hey, yo, wow, check it out when you do your BPR. Where are you really spending your time? Well, the app is going to ding you, right? Especially in the new version that's coming out here just shortly next month. It dings you.
New version? You keep teasing. Let me take this lump that I call my wallet out of my pocket, because I got to start digging for some credit cards soon. So let's talk about this amazing team, because obviously you got Mr. Fox over here, but you got Aaron Newey, Michelle Silk. I love that. You know that there's a spider girl, if you will, named Silk, right? In the Marvel universe. Is that her?
Well, Michelle's actually the CEO of the company. I sat down 2 years ago. She is brilliant wizard. But here's the best part: if you look at her story, at the age of 16, she was doing drag. And she was back in the day. She was one of the first women to actually be involved in that. And from there, she's also survived sex trafficking. She's a CEO. She's run her own company with 300 employees. She's a bodybuilding competitor. Some of those medals behind me are hers.
So she really is Silk the superhero.
She's a superhero. And Sifu John, who is just her right, dear friend of ours, amazing soul. This guy's journey is insane.
He's a Sifu for real?
Wait.
Oh,
I mean, look,
snap!
I have my black belts. Aaron was actually in Japan as a ninja master by ninja, like literally
Say
ninja.
what? Hey, wait, you said you got black belts too?
I do.
Oh, were you inspired by the 5 o'clock? You know, what was it? The 3 o'clock show back in Channel 5 back in the day. Remember, it was a Kung Fu Theater, Run for Sword movies and all that.
Yeah, remember this? You killed my master.
Oh, I loved it. And then everybody's flying like. I love. Great stuff. Great stuff.
I love. I mean, you know, the Seven Samurai, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Oh yeah. Mine is the 5 fingers of death, though, because homie was taking care of business. It's like, you know, about that one man. Like, you know what?
All of those. I watched those kids as a kid. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Gordon Liu is my homie. You know, he's the Shaolin.
Yeah,
36 Chambers and all. Yeah, man. Gordon, for me is my legend.
I missed a great opportunity, and I kicked myself. I don't have my life, but this is the one I got to revisit. I got invited by the 34th Shaolin Master to go to the Grand Master, go to the Shaolin Temple and film a documentary. I called and I said, Master, there's only 150 Shaolin left in the world. This is centuries of knowledge of developing our superpowers in ways that most of us don't understand. I really want to capture this before Shaolins are gone. Can we do that? And the grandmaster was so kind. He said, absolutely, you can't stay at the monastery, but you in the town below, and you can stay with us for a month. And I did get it. I got everything lined up, and then I got called to Australia and was actually out with the Africans for a month. And I was like, and I haven't been able to revisit it, but I want to go do that just for the experience of that centuries of knowledge, man.
I can imagine.
Blow your mind. It's like, but it shows. Put it in the fantasy realm. You can create anything that's possible, because here you don't believe that it's possible. It's quite the opposite. It's, what do you want to create? What do you want to imagine? Because when we were kids, we were all superheroes. You were and I was. We put street corner. We were Batman. We were Superman. We were Spider-Man. We immediately jumped into imagination. No questions and knew how to do it. And weren't afraid to do it. It's when we got older, you got to put that away. You got to be an adult. You got to be responsible. I'm not saying ending those things. What I'm saying is those can be fun. And if you make fun, they don't suck the life out of you. And then now you embrace them. Cool. I got to solve that problem. Cool. Got it. Team sees it and goes, yo, Fox, that was awesome. What's next? I'm like, okay, we're going to go do this now. Okay, cool. You're going to do this. You're going to do this. I'll meet you down at the end. I mean, we're taught that. We're only taught it in sports. We're only taught it when we're kids. In business, everything else has to be kill or be killed. You know, the art of war.
Yes. I got that one. I got the Art of War, and Art of the Warrior.
Right, and Lone Warrior, which is the secret Miyamoto Musashi, and don't look at the 5 rings, of course, which is easy. Right. When you look at these brilliant wisdoms, we as humans haven't really changed much over the last 2 centuries when it comes to basic human architectural psychology. What has happened is our ability to learn faster because we have more information in front of us. But if we're getting a bunch of guests and we're same doctrine over and over again, we're going to keep creating the same results with the next generation, the next generation, the next generation, and we wonder why a lot of these, our younger kids now are going to go to school. I'd be honest with you, I gave them a really solid argument. I'm like, you can learn everything online now, and you can learn what you want to learn. And I think this is the part. And I love my teachers out there because they are frontline warriors, bad to the bone. They don't get paid near what they deserve. They
Truth.
Project. And here's the thing. When we look at it, we're like, wait a minute, guys, why do I want to have more well-wished people? All they do is roll around and do the same crap over again. I want people who are badass samurai who spent their entire life mastering. No different than the Shaolins, no different than a golfer, different than play street ball on the thing, playing stickball. Cut the shit. You were a master at it because you spent time in it because you were having fun, you were in your passion. So why not teach our these skills? Teach ourselves these skills so that these kids know this is my mastership, and they master that, they know how to transform that success into anything they want. That's how we improve as a species, and that's what the quest is all about, and that's what we do, man. That's why we're like, hey, you can do it that way. We're not going to judge you. You can spend all the things that you want. That's your journey. But if you want to ignite, transform, and change, it has got to be ones who are willing to embark on the quest. Because again, life's adventure, man. All you need is a blueprint.
Yeah, truth. I mean, I wish I had a blueprint when I started my comic crew. For me, that was just one day. I said, you know what? there are not many people that look like me that have a website like this. So let me do it totally independent and just go for it. Let me not beg to be in the club, but form my own. And with that passion, I was bold enough to I always told people, what's the worst anyone could tell you? No, right? That no will be turning into, oh man, I'd like to work with you now. Just a couple of weeks later, you'll see if you bring in the positive message and the promise that you said of what you were going to do. Deliver on your goods. And you're delivering, because I'm looking at this page and I'm seeing questers. I guess those are the people that are part of the program, loving it. I mean, look at this.
Yeah, when we did a beta test, our secretary was pretty intelligent about it. And she said, "Hey, look, we're going to test this on a full scale. We beta tested in countries around the world. So we were everywhere, Sweden to Australia to Canada, United States, of course, and we went up to Thailand and the Philippines. So really see, because human dynamics are human dynamics, but we wanted to see culturally, do these things cross over? When they cross over, they explode. We went, oh my god! And so when we looked at that, we're like, hey, you know what? This is really cool. Let's make the next generation of the UQ, Ultimate Business Quest, one even more dynamic, even more fun, even more themed, leaderboards and badges, accomplishing so you can see you actually understood it, right, and absorbed it, and then bang, applied it, and that's what makes it fun, and that's why people love playing games. So obviously people are like, look.
I love it. I was going to ask you that. Are we getting rewards? I mean, because a lot of people every time we end the game, a lot of people are going to get acclimated when they're winning tokens and rewards and badges. And look at me.
There are things that are coming out that will blow your mind in this. Below one step further. Founder to funding to fortune.
Ooh.
Here's the deal. We also now at the brilliant our board and our CEO and said they came and said, we want to form the Ultimate Quest Foundation. Why? We want to help young, small cap, medium cap businesses, entrepreneurs, corporate LLCs, or solopreneurs truly get their businesses going.
Wow.
Here's how. Most people don't know how to raise money, and if they do, it's from family, and it doesn't go anywhere, and then they got this egg on their face, right? Shit, you want to go to Thanksgiving just because you got, bro, sorry, I dropped 25 grand. Yeah, I don't want that. But that's number one. Number two, they go raise money and involved with an outside party that takes a lot of their company. They 45% for poison. Now you screw up one or two times, boom, they take your company. That's your dream, and that sucks. That's a terrible model. So our foundation gamified it, had fun, very much like a television show, except for our celebrities, including ourselves, cannot invest in the company. The audience, the live audience in real time through the technology that our CEO and our tech team developed, can vote. The audience votes. Who is the upcoming company, who win, and more than match prizes, no equity, no rings, bullshit. Really helping people go from founder to funding to fortune, and we want to go nationwide tour the first next year.
Who needs Shark Tank, yo? Who needs them when you got the Ultimate Business Quest? Yeah, man, I like this. Sounds so much more real and like about by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs.
And more importantly, stop saying, hey, Al, here's the deal. I love what you're doing. I'll invest $50,000, but 60% of your company, if you don't hit KPIs, I'm going to keep absorbing your equity. The first thing you're going to say is, shit, I'm better over barrel of money. So you sign it. That's the worst way to start creating it. And then, God forbid, you're always in this mode. If you don't perform, you lose your dream. The horrible way to create. It's a shitty model, man. As opposed to, look, you've had success. Whatever company you are, you all need tax write-off. It's a 501c3. You donate to the Ultimate Business Quest. Every dollar goes back to companies. We make $80 out of it. We get our money for downloading the app. You complete the quest. At the end, you get an application invitation. Hey, would you like to the show, the Ultimate Business Quest Foundation, to see if your company can get some of the funding?
Say word. So I download the app. I go through my quest, and if I've gone and I kind of finished anything, I have an opportunity now. Wow. Folks, you hear this? Because I have a lot of entrepreneurs. Again, the comic book world, the film world, obviously full of entrepreneurs, and that's my audience. And you hear this, folks? Because all of us are entrepreneurs. We're all trying to push our stuff out there, and build, a real fan base from our passion, not ambition. And I only brought that up because a friend of mine told me, "Oh, you have so much passion, but you lack ambition." And I'm like, well, what the fuck is wrong with that in my mind?
Right. Well, again, ambition, goal-oriented. I'm gonna get this job, get this next promotion, get this next KPI or whatever. When you're in passion, you're on a mission, something bigger than yourself. Because when you're something bigger than yourself, you don't care about the long hours, you don't care about the blood sweat, you don't give a shit. You are all in on a mission. Once you achieve a goal, you then are start strategizing how you're going to figure out what to do next. And that's a constant loop. And okay, people want it great. My personal thing is, we as a species create and are better when we have something that's bigger than ourselves than a goal. Goal, your brain shuts off once you get it. Outcome is your whole bloody life, and that's a life worth living. That's a legacy. A goal, who cares, right? You got a goal. No one remembers. I said, hey, by the way, I want you to go watch my last, like, what was your last film? We don't even know. What are you talking about? I'm like, it was last year. We don't know. Why? Because it was a goal, right? It has nothing to do with the quest. The quest is a lifelong adventure that you can have, and it can continue to change because you're changing you. That's the trick. And that makes it fun. And then the people will be like, yo, the relationships are stronger, the bonds are tighter, your customer service is more efficient, your clients are more loyal, because they understand it isn't you just trying to jack them for 5, 10, 20, 30,000 bucks. And I'm not saying that the prices are bad. I'm just saying, whatever. You're not trying to jack them. You really are on this quest to make their company better. And because it's tied to something that you both are mutually aligned. In our case, it happens to be, yo, let's get the educational system shifted over again. Let's do that, because if we don't, mark my words, that right here on our show, in the next 2 years, 2022, 2023, the number one thing in the United States will be the mental health of our children. Watch. No bloody idea how to handle that. It's a freaking tsunami coming. These kids have been for 18 plus months in isolation, desocialization, agoraphobia, mental health, and
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm already dealing with that. I mean, my daughter is not a little kid. She's 20 years old, but we came down here so she could start college. Now in Massachusetts, she was one of the only Latinas in the school, so she already was not, having those social problems. So then we come here, and COVID hits, and this is supposed to start her college life, and then, she's not herself. Now, she was invited to a party not too long ago, and she actually felt very very anxious, like not very uncomfortable. Like, what am I doing in this social place? There's too many people. And I mean, people, that's bad, yo. We cannot allow our kids to feel like that in social environments. Please, yo, we got to really set times for them on screen time. Like, yo, there's how much you could have, but go outside, please. Travis, you look like somebody that's around my age. I think that we were amongst those last generations that played outside, but we were also on the cusp of the beginning of technology. So we know how to balance both, because we did both.
Yeah,
these kids were just born in the digital generation. Yeah, bro. I still got my Atari, the wood one, back home in Mama's house with the cartridges. You had to go.
Your Raiders, Pitfall, they were the best. What are you talking about?
My shit was Berserker. I love that damn game, Berserker.
Well, nowadays, it's this, right?
Yes.
We're attached to it 24 hours a day. Well, cool. What if they gaming fun, but taught our kids entrepreneurialism, taught them self-transformation, but did it in a fun way where they're in game? Because if it's work, they gonna do it. They're not. Why? Because they are mini us. So look at them. They're not gonna do it. That's why they play the games all day, because at least they're immersive. But let's teach them something that they don't even really know learning it. They enjoy it, and they go start a business. And now all of a sudden, they're 16, 17, 18 years old. Yeah, they be a millionaire, but they sustain wealth. They understand how to build business.
Yes.
Hey, I've been getting YouTube or TikTok. What the hell I'm doing?
Yeah, exactly. We got this young generation making total bank on social media, making total bank on crypto.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, youngins. I mean, could you imagine if we had this when we were younger, Travis?
If we had that, Bill Gates had nothing on us, bro.
Right? Bill who?
Bill what? I was like, I'm in it. Because I was like, wait a minute. If it's a game and it's fun, it's imaginative, I'm all in. I mean,
yeah, I wish I really had this.
We do it in athletics. We say, yo, go be part of a team, have fun, enjoy it. It's your game, blah, blah, blah. That's not what we're really telling us. We say. And then go into the real world, and it's completely opposite. Get professional, don't talk to experts, don't get out. Don't speak your mind at a board meeting. God forbid you do that. Don't say something you're superior, you might get fired. I'm like, well, wait a minute.
I've learned my lessons there because let me tell you, they don't want to hear your truth. They don't.
No.
They ask for it though, so don't ask for something you may not want, please. Because you know us New Yorkers, we're gonna come a little bit more, raw than we should.
You know, your boy girlfriend, does this make me look fat? You're gonna lie. You're gonna lie your ass off.
But listen.
It's a setup. It's like,
but that setup is the happy wife, happy life one. Like, you don't go against that grain. Anyone else, just go ahead and disrespect the shit out of, but not that one, because you're gonna regret it.
Well, that's what I always tell people. People are like, "No, Travis, PhD is awesome." Like, PhD just means please hurry, bro. That's all it means. Figure that out. Please is easy. It took me to figure out, so I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I figured that much out. I'm like, yo, if you just have fun. Again, I'm not talking about kowtowing yourself. Have fun. When you first started dating, your significant other, you were in it. And then all of a sudden you started looking and started being, oh, then we got to make this relationship serious. Why? Why the hell would you do that? We just spent the last 6 months not being serious. Great sex, traveling everywhere, building. I'm ready to go. Now suddenly we got to become serious? What the hell are we become serious? I don't be serious. I want to have a relationship that travels.
This is what you got me used to.
Right, exactly. We just spent 6 months.
It goes back to that.
And now we're going to switch gears. But neither one of us knows that. And all of a sudden, bang, you're in conflict in the relationship after 6 months. Boom, done.
You know what? The next one is going to be the ultimate relationship quest.
We already have it. True story.
Hey, where do you do?
Yeah, there's actually 9 realms in the entire company. The company's actually called All Realms and Ultimate Business Quest.
Oh, I love it. That's amazing.
Yeah, we're a human puzzle company. We help you find the missing pieces in your life. But we're going to do the blueprint, but you design it. It's not do it according to what Josh or the partners say. You're the designer. You're the architect. Here's all the blueprints. Here's everything you need. I mean, we even had the Ultimate Business go so far. You go, look, you're going to get a free phone call with our law firm for absolutely nothing. Give you 15 minutes to go. Do you need to be an LLC? Do you need a DBA? Do you need to be a C Corp, S Corp? For free. We do anything with that company? Not. We want you to know, because many of these kids are coming out and these young and not even set up corporately, and they get nailed with taxes. And all of a sudden, they made a lot, and then they lost a lot of money because they were never set right. Like, so even to go that far, and at the end of it, it's like, look, now you're thrown. Let's see how we're going to start building your castle. So it's that far down the road.
I'm digging it. And I want people to know something here again. In case they just missed it, let me share this again, right? On the app. Right, where am I? Add to stream, folks. There you go. Look, this app is available on the App Store and Google Play. So why app and not website? Or do you have a, because I see that the website, can we log in and have the same act as the app, or is the app the better tool?
It's called the linear version. The problem is this. Working on a website on your phone isn't nearly as dynamic as app.
Okay.
App immediately immerses you into the world. App, you go to a website to log in, because you can see the member login up there. You can log in. It's a linear thing. You can do it. Absolutely. And it's the exact same content, just done in this form, or more linear. With app, it's in the palm of your hands, because life happens in real time. And I go, wait, I need to go log my computer. I need to check out what's going on. Your failure. I'll be right back. No, you need to pull out that app real fast, and go, wait a minute. Where am I getting in my own exact? Where am I getting in my own way? Wait, what's my teammate doing? What's my staff doing? What are my clients doing that I'm not recognizing to improve my business, myself, my life? And so we did it in an app, because, look, at the end of the day, it's got to be fun. It's got to be an adventure. It's got to be a game. Apps are designed in that frame. And now into the next evolution, and we start moving into AI. We start moving to even deeper immersive. That should literally throw you into the world. So you got your.
Wait, are we going to get an AR version of this, where we're going to be in a real world someplace, like and chilling with other CEOs, like, hey guys?
Yeah. I mean, why would you? I mean, that's where business is going to go. And look, let's be candid. Player one gave all of us a preview of what's coming.
I love that first book. The movie, not so much. And now that people are making me laugh, like the dude hasn't learned to use certain tools with book 2. Like, this sounds like he's still back then writing book 2. Have you read book 2 yet?
I have not read book 2 yet.
I want to still read it to see because I was waiting for so many things I had read in the book when I saw the movie. Some things were left out. I was like, oh man. I mean, that was part of my kid. That was one of the few books that I actually read like within a day or two. Like,
but again, immersive book, fantasy
yes,
realm, epic adventure, change,
and got you hooked. And like, okay, this is interesting, and I'm in it. And that's what the question, because again, you got me here, Al Mega, Crusaders, we're knights ourselves over here, crusading for justice and good. And I mean, and something like this, I love it, man. And is there the tool is beautiful, man. Good job.
Way, you know, we Apple and the entire team, and we have a massive around us. So I want to really put some clear. Michelle does a great job. We have a great team. The production team is great team. They really understand and are vested into this. They understand what this disruptive technology is doing, but it's disrupting not in a FU kind of way. It's like timeout. Let's disrupt this just because we've been FU ourselves. We need
let's change our way of thinking a little bit more. That's all it is, and that's what I like, you know, because that's all it really takes is that one moment in time of self-reflection and thinking about something and changing how you think about that subject in order to have that snap moment like Thanos, and you erase half the bullshit and stay with the good stuff in your head.
Right? I mean, let's push all five. Let's push all five on the back of our hand and make a snap. And it's not far from that because people go, it can't be that true. It can't be that easy. I'm like, who taught you that? Go back in your memory and remember the first time you heard it and believed it. Because when you were a kid, you didn't believe it. You didn't believe it.
But I think they also need to ask themselves another question. There is that besides, you know, who told you that is what are they doing, or what did they ever do to tell you that? You know, because you know there's so many people that have done nothing, but yet it's so opinionated. It's like, all right, homie, if you haven't even taken one step forward, how are you going to help me even take more steps? You're going to probably maybe help me take that back, not forward, because you're hating on me right now. You're not, you know.
And of course, the number one objection to that is always change. Right? So those changes. And I said, okay. So we took change out of the equation with fun, and we took price out. I'm like, if you put $36 into yourself and your staff for real world results, go work for somebody else because you're not. Because you got to be invested yourself. You are the single longest relationship that you're ever going to have in your life.
Yep.
You can't invest in you. I suggest your hierarchy of value system is completely out of whack.
Yes.
Which in some cases is our fault because we were taught take care of everybody else, tell the family, and what's left over, then you take care of Al or Travis. Here's the problem. You degenerate over time. You become less effective, less energetic, less passionate because you're taking care of all these other things. Reverse all. You got to take care of you first, not the selfish, narcissistic kind.
Yes.
Take care of yourself so that you can take care of those who are saying, wow, lead me in this direction, tell me on what to do, teach me how to do this, what's next. Because they're looking to you to lead this company or to guide it, nothing else. And if you're not solid, meaning you're not taking care of you self-care, then what you're telling them subconsciously is, I'm not going to take care of you either. And they know it. They know it unconsciously because we speak multiple times to each other in different areas, conscious and conscious shadow. So what you're really saying to your staff is, we're doing this as long as it's going to work, and I might just punch my ticket tomorrow. Well, who the hell wants to be on the Titanic? It didn't work out very well. Most of those people on, a cruise liner that's going on all the way across the ocean. So it really becomes about changing hierarchy or value system, which is not hard to do once you understand the blueprint. It's actually relatively easy. And when you do that, there's these results that show up. Your body's in shape, you feel, you have better sex, you're more creative, you're willing to work an extra 2 hours, and you realize you work smarter, not harder.
It's almost like when you buy a new suit, all of a sudden you feel that confidence type. That's what it is. It's a suit for your brain.
Suit for your brain. I love it. Shit, that's yours, but I love suit for your brain. It is. It's like the clothes don't make you, but they certainly make you feel better.
Yes, they do. You know, there are days when I wear a blazer and I'm like, damn, I feel good today. You know what I mean? It's just a mental thing, you know. It's okay. Not that I don't feel the same way in my comic t-shirt. I do just as proud, but you know, there's just those days when you put that extra look. There's this comic book creator. You got to see him. His name is David Avalon. I did like a virtual convention, and I had him on as a guest. Every single creator just in a t-shirt, just chilling. Homie came on with this fireplace background and a suit with one of those little scarves. What are they called? You know what I mean?
An ascot.
Yeah, bro. I was like, damn, homie, you outshine everybody. I feel like going upstairs and changing right now, you know? But it's like, it's like, nah, listen, I haven't been able to go out, but this makes me feel good. You know, it's all about just being in your moment, feeling good about yourself, whatever gives you that empowerment, that energy, that good vibe to allow you to be the best version of yourself. Nothing ever wrong with that, right?
Well, I mean, look, we all look at our suits and you know, that's what we want to, but also too, there's something else when you're going to be on an adventure. You're not necessarily going to go into a 3-piece suit. Not going to happen. You can, but if you're going to go on a real adventure, you're going to be geared. You're going to be right shoes. You're going to be clothes because you need to move. You need to not think about this. You need to be present with what's going on around you and inside of you. That's a different shirt. Yeah, so you can dress the part all you want. If you're not actually being it, then you're just acting. You're acting, man. And that's okay. Yep. But understand and act, and we've all done this. You're going to act your life away, and you wake up 56, 60 years old and go, shit, I missed it. Yeah. Time is the most valuable asset, and when you spend it, you don't get it back. It's not like, hey, I'm investing the dollar and I get it back. No. You invest an hour, that hour's gone, regardless of the ROI. It's gone. Now the question is, did you actually enjoy the experience? Did you have fun? Did you create something you want to do again? Like have a conversation. You didn't, do yourself a favor. Stop.
Yep.
Stop.
I love that. I live by that.
Change.
I live by the respect my time motto type. Like, you know, if I'm making time for you, be there. I've even, not for nothing, have looked for jobs where they tell me, oh, the interview's at 12. Great. This is the Zoom. Great. 12:15, come. I'm still waiting. So I leave, email them. I'm like, you don't respect my time. Like, I was there on time. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. Can you come in now? Nope. Reschedule.
Right. The challenge with that is their time, usually picking it up, is controlled by somebody else. So they don't have the same impetus or passion or desire to spend time because they're there. Because they've already been sucked by their passion. Again, we're going back to dreaming and hoping. And then also you can even ask that next question. When did you stop creating and exchange it for just doing stuff? Well, doing doesn't mean you're getting it done. It just means you're doing stuff. I mean,
you're robotic.
You get crap along in school. We never got shit done. I mean, you jerked around. And so when you look at that, yeah, I've been doing this crap for 20 or 30 years. I'm like, yes, you have. And guess what? No one's in this to teach you that because it's better to keep you a slave. It's better to keep you a part of the masses. It's better to keep you in the desert of mediocrity. And if we're really going to be honest with each other, straight up, this is a quest to rescue yourself, your life, your company from that desert of mediocre. Because you're not mediocre. You've been told to be mediocre and told that it's good enough. Bullshit. It's not enough. You're better than that. There's 75% of you still sitting on the bench of your team. Get your ass on the field. Let's go. Because guess what? You ain't getting a second shot at boys and girls, and you know it. We all know it. But we act like we'll wait till we're 50 or 60 we'll deal with it. What? What are you talking about? No one knew this COVID thing was going to happen like this. This is a global shutdown. So guess what, boys and girls? Life pivoted whether you like it or not. But change to the pivot you want as opposed to being active. Be it. Create it. Be ahead of it. Go on that vision because guess what? The only person who's suffering from regret is you. And you can't undo that, man. Regret sucks. Regret's a horrible thing. You cannot get away from it.
Yes, it is.
You can't get away from it. And when you regretted your whole life, now there's no remedy to that. Start today. You want to go climb a mountain. You want to open a business. You want to start your journey. Do it. Do it. Give you the blueprint. We're about literally affecting millions of people with this because we want the educational system change. It's going to take all of us to do it. It's going to take every grandparent to go, that thing makes sense. Why is that not in our educational system? Call up your senators, call up your congressmen and going, change our system. And this needs to be from the age of 7 up. When kids are now going, wait a minute, I can learn this because they haven't been indoctrinated into adulthood yet. They haven't been segregated to this what do I fit into in middle school and high school. And that may still happen, but they're not afraid. Because I was more like Ferris Bueller. When I was everybody. I was an athlete, I was a cheerleader, I was a golfer, I was a quarterback, I was with metalheads, I was with drama. I didn't give a shit. I was like, I just want to experience it because why not? And guess what? I had a great, amazing high school. Never took a book home. Graduated with 3.85 and was ready to go for my golf career.
Nice.
Great. And I can teach some of that methodology all the way through to say, man, let's go have fun. Because everything is about play. Play. and yet we try to be serious. I'm not saying you know moments. Don't get me wrong, people. But what I am saying is, even in those moments, when you're heated arguing with your kid or with your significant other, you can stop for a second and go, "How can I have fun?" And ask yourself, "How would you have fun?" And give yourself permission to be a dork, a geek, a goofball, to say I'm sorry, to say I'm a knuckle, bafangu. I'm an idiot. I did that. I'm so sorry. I love you. Let's go have some fun. My bad. And don't numb yourself down and suppressing yourself. Just letting it go, man. Because at the end of the day, those bricks are going to lay the path to your success. But those bricks are going to build the walls of your prison that you're dying by yourself. It's your journey, but that's what's going to happen.
Preach, brother, preach. That's the truth. Jesus Christ, I feel like I'm going to business church here. That needs to be a thing, bro. You know, Papa Fox over here.
Church up in this one here. I'm getting an hallelujah going up in a minute.
Nah, but this is great. Thanks for your energy today, brother. So, folks, right here, bro, you know, Travis has been amazing. Please follow Travis, and, you know, and stay tuned to that wonderful energy he's bringing, you know, that realness, that rawness, your real dog right here, Travis Fox 360. Please visit the MyQuest app. You know, right there tells you why. You can get it from Apple, Google Play, and start your quest to build from entrepreneur to empire, like the mogulpreneur that is Mr. Mega right here, right? Whether you have 100 million, you know, to your name, this Quest app is for you, everyone. And that's the truth. I mean, go for it. And I love the way you also selling it for children to do this early on. You know, I'm going to see my niece and nephew this weekend, and they love tech and all. Let me see if I can get them very interested in this. Maybe they'll teach the old man a thing or two.
The kids will absorb this so fast because they understand right away the way Aaron teaches archetypes. And we've already won 8 awards for this. I want to be really crystal clear. Already won for production side, because we shot on location in character so that you're in it, but yet you do the way. So when Aaron does archetypes, he goes the warrior, the wizard, the bard, the jester.
Cool.
So I get it, and here's why. You guys want the skinny? Here's the truth. Aaron spent 20 years running the number one at residential center in the United States. And the way that he helped these kids go from trafficking to abandonment to drug use to cutting, everything you could possibly be scared shitless of a parent, and bring these from risk to back was through archetypal symbology. That's exactly how we did it. He realized, hey, wait, if I come to kids and say, yo, out, you need to stop the drugs and life, right? Kids are gonna go pound sand, piss off, man. What the hell do you know? You don't know my shit. You don't know where I've been. Life is. But if you say, yo, hey, I understand that wizard brain of yours. You got to be able to analyze things. And when you do, you can get figured out. But you just not do it, right? And I'll say, someone finally understands me, and he would move them into this archetypal world. And all of a sudden now they're a warrior, they're wizard, and they're exploring themselves with permission and without rejection, because it's over fantasy play. And guess what? Those skills, just right over the parents. The parents go, oh, I've got a warrior daughter. I've got a wizard. I've got a bard. I understand what my child is saying. This is who I am at the moment, mom, dad. I'm not saying you agree with it, but understand I'm exploring me because I'm learning to transform myself. And the parents go, shit, it's not telling them what to do. Rather it's guiding them how to do it for themselves in a fun way and in life. We say we want you to have a better life. I want you to have a happy life. Work so hard as I did. Okay, then teach them how to transform and have fun with it, and then go on the journey with as a family that does it together. Bonded for life, man. Bonded for life.
Yeah. Are you doing anything else for the rest of the year? Any touring? Anything?
I'm sorry. You bleeped out there for a second, brother. I apologize, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you going to be doing any touring for this year? Are you going to be speaking any place?
Yeah, actually we are. I'm speaking down in Orlando on the December. What day is it there?
Where in Orlando?
The 12th down there with my good friend the Dean Hunter, and we'll be there for 2 days speaking. But the 9th and 10th, you'll see Michelle Sill will be down in Phoenix, Arizona at her next competition for the NPC in bodybuilding, because she still runs the company at the exact and as a parent, she's got 2 kids. So don't give me your crap that you don't have.
Oh, wow.
You can do it. You can do it. And she shows us people how to do that from a really, really fun perspective, but also shows what passion. And again, going back to your point, there's a mission, and then there's this. This is bigger than yourself. And she's on that mission, and she knows what it is. It's scope locked on it. Those are the next things are up, and then as soon as January comes around, which will be here for everyone. We start with Business Quest Foundation. Start with the new version of the app comes out, which is phenomenal. And if you already have it, it'll automatically convert you over. Don't worry about it. You're not gonna get jacked again. That's not how this crap works.
Oh, nice, really. So if you're already a member, just as you upgrade, it has nothing to do with my membership. I get the next version regardless. Nice.
I don't play that shit.
Thank you. That's good. That's different. That's another thing. Thank you. Jeez, I know there's some companies, give you the same shit, but then just, hey, I added another chapter and let me up you by $10 now.
Right. I'm like, look, our model wins when people win. Look, Netflix, nice. Walmart, all of them are built on the same model. $1 here, 50 cents there, but do it over and over again and give value. We got business, entrepreneurialism, wealth transformation have got to get real. Now, again, I've been a part of that. I was that guy buy my shit in the back of the room, $20,000, $30,000, 80% of you were never going to go damn door the book. No, you were just doing it to satisfy your I invested in myself. Didn't really do anything. So take price out of the equation and take change out of the equation. Put transformation in and put it all in. Let's all go together. Because imagine you have 10 to 20 million questers going through this. Brother, we'll change all by ourselves. Business changes itself. Because when you have money and you have freedom and you feel good about what you're doing, you'll come with other crap. Create more stuff. You need to create more out doing the same crap. Don't work. It's time to transform, and now's the time to do it. We really model. Our CEO is brilliant because I said to her, I don't want people to have to keep paying 30, 36, and 6, and 30, 36. It's bullshit. She goes, no. I don't know how she does. She speaks code. It's not that she's a wizard. Like I'm over hard land and warrior land. I'm the producer that says this is how we're going to shoot it, which is where I really love creating it. And when you go see how we shot this, you'll see it. We're really in it. I mean, I remember one scene we had to do. And we had to shoot 106 degrees in the desert.
Damn.
No shit. Cameras are overheating, and I had to have a shot with Michelle. She had to walk through. But she had to go through barefoot because we're walking through the desert property. The sand was 110 degrees barefoot. We shot it. You see it. We're in it. We're doing everything. We're in snow. We're in rain. We shot a shot with Seafood Job that was literally up on a cliff, 2,000 feet, and he's literally on this pedestal that's no bigger than the size of this computer.
Get out.
And there's 30-mile-an-hour wind, and I'm down there with him shooting the shot, and then the camera two's over this long shot.
I'd be so scared just shooting the camera, man. That'll be the shakiest camera shot you ever seen. Oh my God, I hope you don't fall.
So, trust me, we were present there. Nothing else in the world that was interesting at that moment. It was like, don't move. If we move, we're going off this hill. And it was crazy. Been in it, and we took that very seriously from the perspective of this is a journey everybody's going to go on. We're with you. Okay, we don't have all the answers. How to guide people to get to that summit. No different than the person who guided me to Kilimanjaro. Doesn't have all the answers, but I get to that summit back. That's his expertise. Ours is how to get your entrepreneurial business to success under funding and do it you can repeat over and over and over. Because we're guides. That's why we're called Quest Masters. We're guides. We mastered this guide. We'll guide you through it. Once you have it, and next year, I can't go too far with this because our soul ripped my head off, and she's very good at that. We are going to change coaching business forever and actually help people go into business.
Wow.
So that's what we're, and that is what's really important. My personal model, the four of us, is because I really want people to be in business for themselves, to create.
You're doing God's work, man. Y'all doing God's work, helping people in that. That's good stuff. God bless you guys, man. That's amazing. I can't wait, man, to be, watching this whole journey happen and be a part of it. Because I think I'm going to start digging into it because I think I need this in my life. As an entrepreneur, I understand the value of knowledge and learning and, being able to understand yourself so you could be a better version of you for everyone else.
Oh man,
I love it.
I'm telling you, you're going to be freaked out how much is in this thing.
I'm digging it.
It's designed, but it's not packed the wrong way. Because again, it's not about overwhelm, right? It's about literally 30 minutes a day. Take the quest. You're not going to conquer Kilimanjaro one day. Hell, I did it 6 days. They kicked my ass. I mean, I went up to 215 pounds. I came down 16 later.
Oh, wow.
6 days later at 195. So you're dying on the mountain. But
I still have the same pant size as I was in high school. And everybody's like, how the fuck do you do that? I'm like, well, I fast in the morning, black coffee, and I don't eat that crazy.
we're both coffee whores. We'll leave it there. I'm a coffee freak too.
Oh, but I'm saying, if you caught me right now, I'll bleed as black as this shirt. Black, no sugar, all the way for me, kiddo.
So true. I'm like, there you go. There's your coffee right there.
If I donate my blood to a victim of a heart attack, them motherfuckers will be running out the hospital the moment they get a taste of my blood. Oh, I'm away! Adrenaline. All right. Travis, again, thank you for hanging out today. It's been awesome. You're amazing, folks. Remember to check out the website if you're interested right there, the MyQuest app. Not if, you should be interested. Again, I mean, we all deserve things like this in our life. So, take that journey, take that quest, and hang out, all right? And please follow Travis so you can stay motivated and seeing what he's doing. You hear these stories, the mountains and monks and all this madness. Like, homie, doing it, son. Right there, Travis Fox 360.
I forgot.
What you got?
How would you like to go on the ultimate quest with us for real? So we do quest adventures around the globe. We didn't do them last year for obvious reasons. Now, so you go with us to Peru, you go back to Africa next year. You come and spend time with us, actually us, in immersive adventures. For example, we went to Africa last time, and this changed my life. We hung out and stayed with the Maasai tribe for 3 days. Lived as a Maasai.
You stood with an actual African tribe.
Yeah, my robe.
Wow.
We ate goat, and then we went and stayed with and then we went to Kilimanjaro. But you get to see we camped in the Serengeti, the actual Serengeti National Park. So we're out there, the big king of New York. Out there, nobody. And that lion, water buffalo, that people want your ass. It's over. That's the way it is.
Where are you from? Mierda, come over here, right?
Right. So we're bringing back the Quest Adventures this year. Obviously, we can start traveling.
Ooh.
That's where you get to spend time, and now you're immersed in not only the app and the world of business. Take this into real life, and we've done this all around the world, and it isn't just, hey, we're going to stay at a 5-star resort, eat as much and drink as you want. Shit, you can do that on your own. We're going to take you to life transforming experiences that you cannot get anywhere else. These are bucket list things. And our dear friend, who's our joint venture partner over at Bucket List Lifestyles, and Chase and I travel around the world together and done these things, and that's what bonds. That's what will happen because you're on a quest, man. So that's sometimes I was supposed to say it. I'm like, what am I forgetting? I'm supposed to tell that.
Oh man, I am digging it. I'm about to go to Africa, y'all.
Yeah, man. Africa changed your life. It's a trip.
I'm pretty sure. Hey, it's a Puerto Rican
from Africa to Uganda. I'm going to sit in the impenetrable forest and sit with the silverback gorillas on the back end of the trip. So you're going to be in Tanzania, and you're going to fly over Uganda, and you're going to sit with the silver gorillas. And all you out there who think you're alpha males, I got good news for you. When you're standing next to a 400-pound silverback gorilla, you ain't shit. You get humble real fast because they'll kill you. And you look them in the eye, that's a confrontation. You get humble.
Or is it like jailhouse style to look them in the eye?
Only worse because you can't negotiate silverback. I mean, silverback 400 pounds. But I tell you what, it is you are present. I don't know who you are. You're excited and you're scared at the same time. You're present, but you're gonna experience that, man. It's an amazing. So those are doing that. I knew there was something else. Like you asked about tour, and I'm like, I forgot something. Anyway, I apologize. I want to throw that in last.
No, I gotta know something though. Can we see like just pictures of this anywhere as well?
Absolutely. You can reach out to us on social media. Reach out here to Al's show. We'll send you the link, and there's a whole landing page that tells you exactly what you're gonna do, when we're doing it. And trips are all inclusive. You buy it, you're there. Just get your butt there. Once you're on the ground to the moment you leave, everything's paid for. All restaurant, all your travel, everything's done.
I might have to dye my beard, dog. I don't want the gorilla to confuse me for one of their own.
I'll be like,
Al who?
Back over here in the bushes.
Al is gone. No eye contact. That's horrible, bro. Oh man. All right, brother. Thank you so much, folks. You know what to do already. My outro tells you what you gotta do. All right, with the CTAs. Love you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hasta la próxima, mi gente. Thank you for listening to the Crusaders Podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit CommonCrusaders.com and our extended podcast family over at UndercoverCapes.com. And also, make sure to download the Common Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.